Hello and welcome. Today I'm adding River Raid 2 from the Activision Collection 2 to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Originally released in 1988, it is of course the sequel to River Raid, which is something of a classic. And River Raid 2 being a slightly later sequel that attempts to do something different, it fails in my opinion. Well, it succeeds in doing something different, it fails as a game. There's not really a story to speak of, and I don't really have much nostalgia for this. I have a feeling I did play it back in the day on one of the ports on a home computer and didn't like it, so yeah, barely counts really.
Graphics.
While it does look quite a bit like the original River Raid, I think it lacks the simplistic charm of that game. Or maybe I'm just looking at it more negatively because I don't enjoy the game so much. But it looks fine. It's fine I guess, but it feels less vibrant looking and distinct overall. At times it often feels cluttered. But yeah, it's okay for the 2600. Although if you compare it to some other late era 2600 games, it really doesn't look that impressive. It doesn't even look that impressive against some of the earlier Activision games. So yeah, nothing that special.
Sound.
On the sound front, things are fine, nothing too special for the 2600, but it's all functional and it does the job.
Gameplay.
This is where the biggest difference is. The original River Raid was pretty much pure in its simplicity. It had a simple mechanic and was fun and rewarding. River Raid 2 adds more to it. You've got your altitude to contend with, as well as bombing enemies. It may well even take you a few turns or a few goes before you can actually take off without crashing. The acceleration is a bit sluggish, the altitude management is not the most, it's pretty clunky and feels awkward. The enemy placement feels erratic. It just lacks anything that really made the original River Raid work.
Overall opinion.
River Raid 2 is how not to do a sequel. They attempt to add more features and make it a more in-depth game, but they completely lose the charm, excitement and the draw of the original game in the process. It doesn't flow as well as the original, doesn't look as good, and it doesn't even sound as good. It's just really not a satisfying game to play. And while it's not quite unplayable, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh on it, but this game I really don't like it. Granted, some of that is coming from the disappointment of it compared to the original, which I genuinely like, but not a good game.
Ranking.
Placing River Raid 2 on my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever, I've elected to put it above Almost Hero, but below Super Fanger, placing it at 417 out of 454 games that I've ranked so far. Anyway, that's everything for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.